Those mini stories
are fascinating.
fascinating.
Yeah.
Absolutely fascinating. The guy, the homeless man,
Yes,
who was living,
yes,
and who built that like
Yeah.
shack,
Yeah.
basically right next to where you live.
Right.
Which is kind of, so for those who don't know or haven't seen this, you have and I think you have it as like a highlight.
Yeah, it's
in
a
your
highlight on
Instagram.
my
yeah.
Instagram.
Go check out the highlight on his Instagram. Link down. You know where it is. And so, long story short, there was this homeless man who basically built this shack in a kind of vacant lot that is now going to surely turn into condos.
Exactly.
But he was there for a long time.
He was there for at least a year and a half to 2 years.
Yeah, he built like a pretty
full-on house,
full-on mini tiny home.
There was a chimney.
Yeah, he had like art on the walls.
Crazy.
and then lately, and I saw the kind of story, and you were like, "This is the end of this story."
Yeah.
This kind of man who, for the first time, I'd never seen him, I don't think, in any of the other stories.
Yeah.
And then he just comes out and he walks away, and his home gets destroyed in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of COVID. Yeah. To build condos when we're in a housing crisis to some degree in the city, and winter's coming and all these things, right? Pun intended. But the idea of like all of that story, like I would love to hear that person's story. Like,
so
what's
what's crazy about that, and I haven't posted about this because it happened fairly recently, but somebody posted about it on Facebook, and this girl has been in contact with him for a while now, and she started a GoFundMe for him, and she raised $1,000.
Okay, so this link is now, you're sending me this link
yes, I'm
right
sending
after
you this
this.
link. It's going to be attached. And so basically she's been in contact with him, and she heard about the videos, and she got in touch with me to tell me, hey, do you know where he went? Do you know anything about it? I have no idea. He's been seen near Guy Concordia, near Atwater, that area. And so we're trying to track him down right now. I was going to put up, she contacted me 2 days ago saying, hey, like, can we put out like a video or something? And he's want to track him down and give him the money.
Just give him the money and tell a story. Because I feel like those stories, those mini stories,
are fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely fascinating. And I love. There's a brand online, Great Big Story.
Yes,
love them.
Yeah,
right. These little stories of like this woman who makes these little fairy houses in the forest near her house, and then people can go and see it. And like, I love that. I love these little stories that carry so much further than what we can imagine.
It's like the humans of New York City.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
It's like, exactly. MTL Blog is missing a little bit of the humans in New York vibe.
Yeah.
Because I think if we had a little bit of humans in New York, I think if you guys had a podcast, which I can help you guys with, and we'll have this conversation further. But and then just exactly like these little mini docs on like, here's this story. Told through months of you documenting the shift of his house. Right. And I loved, it's so funny because, dude, you produce a ton of content, but one of the things that I actually really have followed is this story of this, whoever this person is, being, living this life. And it's a very interesting thing to think about.
I thought it was very cool because, first of all, that was never the intent. I was never like, oh, I'm going to put this thing together. And I actually
just
calculated
documenting it.
So I think it comes up to like 9 or 10 minutes, just each 15-second clip.
Yeah.
And when I first moved in there, I was like, this is fucking amazing. Like, what the fuck is going on here, And it just evolved into this crazy tale of he's gone, he's back, he lives in the winter now, and he's shoveling the cops destroy his home, and he built another one, and they destroyed that one, he built a bigger one.
And he had a chimney and everything.
And then you're like, what? And it's crazy that there's so many of these stories that will never be told. And by pure coincidence, I happen to move in to the apartment opposite this empty lot that's been sitting there for a couple of years,